Welcome back to Finnerty. So big day today, the administration calling it Liberation Day, April 2nd, marking the beginning of making America wealthy again, according to the White House. The president making it clear today that America will no longer be taken advantage of by the rest of the world.
If you look at the unfair trade practices that we have, 50% from the European Union on American dairy, you have a 700% tariff from Japan on American rice, you have a 100% tariff from India on American agricultural products. You have nearly a 300% tariff from Canada on American butter and American cheese. This makes it virtually impossible for American products to be imported into these markets.
All right, so joining us now for more, somebody that knows more about tariffs than almost anybody in Congress, West Virginia Congressman Riley Moore. Great to see you. So, Congressman, I'm all for this step. It has to happen. It should have happened a long time ago. But what, if anything, makes you nervous about the president's plan?
Well, thank you so much for having me on. And first of all, let me say happy Liberation Day. The era of economic surrender is officially over. I wouldn't say anything necessarily makes me nervous because I feel very confident in the people that the president has around him that are implementing these tariffs. There's obviously going to be a little bit of turbulence in this as the market adjusts, but ultimately, this is going to be a huge win for the American people and the American worker.
Okay, so you say a little bit of turbulence. What does that mean specifically?
Well, I think there's going to be some adjustment, right? I mean, obviously, companies that previously maybe imported from a certain country, and we might not see tariffs get lowered immediately, but sometimes that does happen. We just saw that happen with Israel just recently. They pulled all their tariffs off at the threat of tariffs being implemented there in Israel. So that's how reciprocal tariffs work. That's how they're effective, and that's how we're going to win, and that's how we're going to win for our producers here in this country. So obviously there's a little bit of uncertainty there in the timing of when those things are going to take place, but we do know that we're going to get better and freer and fairer trade out of this.
Okay, I want to play you a soundbite. This is Chuck Schumer, and this is what the other half of the country is hearing right now about all this.
America, you hear that? Donald Trump says he couldn't care less if you pay more. And it's not just a little. The estimates go as high as $6,500 more for the average American family.
Okay, we looked into that, by the way, Congressman. Those estimates come from liberal think tanks, so don't buy those numbers. Can you tell me why it's so controversial to, if we are charging somebody 3%, they should have every right to charge us 3% as well for imports and exports, and that shouldn't be so controversial? Why is that such a big deal to Democrats?
Well, I hate to put it so bluntly, but it seems like anything the president wants to do, they are just against. So let me lean on some folks here that they used to at least align themselves with, at least for elections, the Democrats, and that would be unions. Many trade unions, many unions in this country are supportive of tariffs. I'll give you an example. In my district, back home, United Steelworkers. We had to lay off 1,000 United Steelworkers last year in my district of Weirton, West Virginia, because we couldn't get tariffs on cheap tin plate steel coming in from China and Canada that was being dumped into the marketplace. So we idled that plant, which was only one of two blast furnaces left in the entire United States that produce tin plate steel, which is critical to our economy and our national security. So it doesn't make any sense that they're so adamantly against this.
Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. Riley Moore, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.